Where do I start when I want to make videos like this? Um, so in today's video, I want to talk about Xbox and the frustrations that I've got with the platform at the moment. Now, as you all know, Xbox hasn't had a very good start to 2023. It's been pretty well, apart from Hi-Fi Rush that dropped at the start of the year. Since then, it just hasn't been hasn't went to plan basically. Now, can I just say what I'm about to say? I love Xbox. Always will love Xbox. And the thing I'm about to say is just pure frustration. That's all. So, as you're all aware, if you've watched me before, of course, I've ordered an Xbox. I've ordered an Xbox since the 360 days. I did get the original Xbox as well. I think the OG Xbox, but mostly I played my Xbox on the 360. Now, the 360 days for Xbox were glorious. Like, there was plenty of games to play. It was good. The good days were good, the 360 days. There was exclusives, of course. Then the Xbox One came out. Now, the Xbox One, when the console launched, it launched with three amazing exclusives: Sunset Overdrive, Dead Rising 3, and Rise Son of Rome. All exclusive to Xbox. That was when, as soon as the Xbox One launched. And then after that, oh, then Quantum Break came out. I think it was 20. I think Quantum Break came out. I think it was 2014 or 2015. One of those. But after Quantum Break came out, after that, things just went down. Basically, everything just collapsed. Basically, and then Don Matrick left. He was the head of Xbox in the Xbox One days, and then Phil Spencer took over. I think it was in 2015, 2015, 2016. So then Phil took over. Then obviously they bought a few studios. Then they created Game Pass, of course. Things were going canny well. But what was always slacking, from 2016 to like 2018, there was no exclusives. There was no Xbox games releasing. The main exclusive that released probably from 2016 to 2020 was probably Sea of Thieves and possibly Gears of Wars and Forza, and that's it. They were the main exclusives that released. Like, you know what I mean? So these lack of exclusives. What I'm trying to say is these lack of exclusives. This hasn't just started happening. This has been going on for years, 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 and years. And if you're an Xbox fan like me, we've been very patient. We've been told the games are coming, the games are coming, they're coming next year, wait till next year, next year's our year. People are fed up of hearing that. People now are starting to buy different consoles, Nintendos, PlayStations, because they're fed up with Xbox and false promises, which is what it is. It's false promises at the moment. And I'll tell you something else as well. I saw this earlier. Game Pass this year, for some people may disagree with me this year, it's been nowhere near as good as it was last year. Last year they were dropping AAA games. This year they're not. The drop. I mean, no, there's no disrespect whatsoever, but they've just announced that car mechanic simulator's coming out. Like, I'm not being rude when I say that, but like, would you rather have a AAA game, like a full-on class AAA game coming to Game Pass, or would you rather play Car Mechanic? They've already got Power Wash Simulator. They've already got plenty of simulator games on there. People don't want another simulator game. They want a top-class AAA title game. And like I said, that's no disrespect for the people who made the game, of course. No disrespect. It probably is a good game. What I'm saying is, though, I think people would rather be playing a top-class AAA game. Some of that Game Pass, unfortunately, hasn't had for a while. Yes, Redfall got added a few days, well, a week or two ago, I think it was, 2 or 3 weeks, and we all know how that went. That Redfall was just a disaster, basically. But yeah, when you compare PlayStation Plus, I mean, PlayStation Plus has done amazing this year. I mean, if you look at the games that they've released, this month they're releasing 22 games, and the games are good as well, like full on, really good games. And it just shows, if Xbox want to compete, they need they need to they need to keep up with PlayStation, because when you compare PlayStation Plus games and Xbox's Game Pass games, the difference is just unbelievable. Now I want to talk about what Phil said in an interview a few weeks ago. He said that great games won't make people buy a console. I'm sorry, but that's wrong. That is totally wrong. Totally wrong. I've known plenty of people who are buying PlayStations and Nintendos just because they've got great games. Zelda has just came out, and I can guarantee you, plenty of people have bought the Nintendo Switch or whatever, Nintendo OLED, I think they call it, to just to play that Zelda game. I can guarantee you. Final Fantasy 16. I know people who are buying PlayStation 5s just because Final Fantasy 16, Spider-Man 2. You get what I mean? People will buy certain consoles for certain games because they want to play that game. So yes, great games do make people buy consoles. You know, and I'm shocked that Phil Spencer said that, because there was a clip from 2021 and he said, you know, they actually want to compete with PlayStation and all of that. And then in 2023 he's saying great games don't make people buy consoles. It's like I'm not saying he's give up, like, if you know what I mean, but his tones just went down a lot, and it's really sad to see. So what Xbox need to do is, I've said it before and I'll say it again, be ruthless. Ruthless. Get those third-party games, like what PlayStation do, Final Fantasy 16, get a third-party game, promote the hell out of it, advertise it, all that, you know, timed exclusives. That's why PlayStation are doing so well, because they're ruthless. Not many people like what PlayStation are doing with all these exclusives, but it's making, that's why PlayStation is so good, because they're being ruthless. Ruthless. They're good at it. You know what I mean? That's what Xbox need to do. I mean, the Activision deal, let's be honest, I'm not really bothered about it now. All I'm bothered about the Activision deal is the Call of Duty games coming to Game Pass. That's it. That's all I'm bothered about the Activision deal. Anything but that, I'm not really bothered. I think if you ask all the Xbox gamers now what would they prefer, top class games or Activision deal, I can guarantee you now most of them will say top class first party exclusive games. Now the showcase is happening June the 11th, so just under a month away. Like I said, I've said this on Twitter loads of times, this showcase needs to be a 10 out of 10 showcase. It needs to show plenty, and I mean plenty, of gameplay of the games that are coming out this year and next year. Don't give us cinematics, don't give us teasers. Gameplay, release dates. Hellblade 2, we need some more information on that. Forza Motorsport's coming out, obviously we'll get some Starfield gameplay. If this year, right, if there's only Forza coming out and Starfield coming out, I'm sorry, but that's a failure. That means the two games that got delayed last year are going to be only this year. That means there's something wrong behind the scenes. There's no way, right, that they can only release Starfield and Forza Motorsport and no more exclusives. They just can't afford to do that. I'm sorry, but they can't. They need to release another two, if you ask me. Hellblade and another game. That's what they need to do. If they want the Xbox fans to, like, put trust back in them, they need to start giving us those games. They need to. It's as simple as that. Because I'm gonna tell you now that when it comes to trust, a lot of people have lost trust in Xbox. I've lost trust in Xbox last year. Well, I wouldn't say I lost trust, but I lost that. I lost patience. You know, that's why I got a PlayStation, because there was no games to play. Put it this way: if I didn't buy a PlayStation last year, right, and I would have stuck with Xbox, I would have been literally bored out of my mind, like bored, fully out of my mind. You know what I mean? Because Xbox last year was just brutal. There was nothing to play whatsoever. You know, so at the showcase, needs to be 10 out of 10. No excuses. I don't want them saying, "Oh, next year's going to be our year. Next year's going to be this. You know, the games are coming, be paid." No, done with that. Done with that now. Done. You know, people have had enough. Just show us the games. Release the games. Yeah, people have had enough. Had enough, basically. You know, and it's this showcase is definitely going to determine whether people stick with Xbox or they go to maybe PlayStation or Nintendo. So yeah, there's me rant out the way. I wanted to do this video because I wanted to get, like, in the open of my thoughts. You know what I mean? And I can guarantee you now, the amount of angry, frustrated Xbox gamers out there at the moment will be, be insane. including me. I'm angry and frustrated with Xbox at the moment. You know, being told something and someone else is happening. You know, it makes you like, you know, it just makes you frustrated and angry. You know, I mean, when the Xbox Series X, it launched with 0 exclusives. You know what I mean? The PlayStation launched with like 3. I think it's 2 or 3. You know, so Xbox basically need to get those games out. The showcase needs to be a 10 out of 10 showcase. And hopefully, from there, things will look up. So thank you for watching the video, guys. If you had the video, of course, please give the video a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. A huge shout out to Smarties, Vitchaland, Just Flash Streams and Floppy for being YouTube members. Don't forget, if you become a YouTube member, you will get a shout out at the end of this video just like this. So leave a comment below, guys. What are your thoughts on Xbox at the moment? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Take care. See you in the next video.